Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Um, Again, I'm trying to do a quick video, and so like I said, I made a video earlier about this DC impact wrenches. I think there's quite a few online that you can buy. Most of them are advertised as roadside emergency impact wrenches that you can use. You can plug this in to your car's cigarette lighter, so it makes it very mobile. I have a DC to AC converter that I use. So this is a brand name called Get Your Hand. I'll put a link on my YouTube video. Anyway, I opened these up to see what's going on in here. So I'm gonna try to open this up for you. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll go over the mechanism. Essentially, you unscrew the 4 mounting screws. It's pretty simple. It comes off. So this part has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I opened this one up. There's not much going on. It's just a motor here. That's pretty much it is. Essentially just the motor. So over here it says 12 volts, 80 watts, and about 400 newton meters, which is about 295 foot-pounds. Anyway, so this is what the mechanism looks like. So this is just your standard, casing. It's pretty light actually. I believe it's aluminum. It's hard to tell. Could be zinc alloy. So I put some grease. Kind of filled grease with this food injector. So there's like lubricated this part. So yeah, so if you look at it, there's a motor in here. The motor is right there. So when it spins this part, and this is your anvil. Okay, so the way this anvil gets, because the anvil kind of spins independent of this motor, the motor hooked up to this mechanism right here. This is essentially like a centrifugal clutch mechanism. Okay, so when it spins, the inertia causes a couple of weights in here to expand. And if you look, let me see. If you look, this thing right here, there's like a small piston that comes up. There you go. Okay, and I think that hits this anvil. So this piston comes up as the motor spins and the weights. So it hits the anvil and actually connects the anvil with this mechanism. And that actually rotates the bolts or nuts, whatever you're trying to open up. Pretty interesting mechanism actually. In a regular impact wrench, you usually have a spring-loaded mechanism that obviously makes contact with the anvil. So obviously the RPMs is not as quick. So I put some grease around this area where you can see to make sure the friction is less. But and then this is an interesting mechanism. I was trying to open this up, but I don't want to mess it up a little bit more. But the way, it's hard to tell, but the way you look at it inside deep, is a couple of weights that kind of expand and make this piston come out, which connects with the anvil and then helps rotate it. Okay. So I'm pretty impressed with the mechanism. I mean, it's not the most expensive mechanism. It's not cheap by no means. We call a lot of Chinese products cheap, but again, most of American products are made in China, and most of the engineering and designs come from the US or Europe. A lot of times, a lot of companies give them the design and they just make it there. So this is actually a pretty neat mechanism, the way it works. I mean, I guess I could use a little bit more grease, but anyway, it's pretty super easy to put back together. There you go, like that, and then you can kind of bolt these in. But I was my dad is an engineer, and I kind of grew up watching him disassemble things and analyzing things. I was really intrigued by these type of impact wrenches. It's going pretty strong. It was $50. Get you a couple of sockets in here. It has a user manual. It's pretty self-explanatory, nothing crazy. I think here is where you can see the no load speed is about 4,500 RPMs. And then if you want to convert, or if you want to buy a DC to AC converter, make sure it can handle up to 80 watts or above. I think the motor is about 80 watts. So the way you calculate watts is volts. You multiply volts times the amperes, and that's how you get wattage. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I'll be doing some more videos on these type of impact wrenches because I have a bunch of them. Just having an obsession with these, I guess you can call it. But this actually paid for itself. I've done a lot of work with this, and trust me, it's never this clean. I just cleaned this up with some cleaner. That's why it looks clean. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure you click on the subscribe button and pass on comments. I'm happy to listen to any suggestions or questions you have. Okay, you guys have a good day.